Hello and welcome to XPix. We are starting another Kaladesh event here. For our first pick, we sadly won't be taking the rare. Inventus Fair is not that hot. However, we do have a couple of pretty excellent uncommons. Those are Nature's Way and Oval Chase Daredevil. Both are cards that I like a lot. I think I like green slightly more than black here, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the Nature's Way. Plus, it's removal spell, and as the old saying goes, when in doubt, take removal. That's what I'm gonna do. Although the Daredevil is one of my favorite black cards in the format, that's for sure. It's just immortal. Here we are hoping to wheel something like a Handoik, hopefully Thriving Grubs, we shall see. Alright, well, here there's no two ways about it. I'm taking a Renegade Freighter. I think it is better than uh, Furious Reprisal, Longfin, Skywhale, and just about anything else here. The Propeller Pioneer, all fine cards. Even the Thriving Grubs, although I'm not taking the Grubs on a pack with Furious Reprisal. But yeah, the Freighter is just insanely good. Okay. So, now this is interesting. We got a third pick, Padim. There's an era of innovation in the pack, so blue is obviously underdrafted. But I think here I'm gonna go ahead and take another removal spell in the form of Chandra Spiral Helix. I mean, I have passed a few red cards at this point, but I think Wild Wanderer is just not a card that I'm thrilled to have in my deck, except in some circumstances where I'm splashing for something. And even then, right, like I'm gonna fixer for 4 mana is not the best, unless its name is Sad Robot, Solemn Simulacrum, that is. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take a chance at Pyrohelix. I like the goggles, but Pyrohelix is an important card to have. All right. So this is interesting. There's a Foundry Screecher. There's a Spirecide Infiltrator. I'm leaning towards taking a High Spire Artisan here, though. It fits well in Green's +1/+1 counter theme, which is, one of my favorites in the format, and it's just better than the other option, I think. Maybe the Screecher is a better card than the Artisan, but since I am in green and not black, I am going to take it. Alright. So here we get a Weldfest Monitor. We get a Wayward Giant, but I feel like we're not necessarily in red yet. I think if I felt confident that I am in red, I'd take the Monitor, but I think I'm gonna take a Prophetic Prism. Prism is great. The kind of card that I really like to, gives us options, uh, draws us cards, and it's a night effect, which is important in this format. So okay, here we get a Foundry Inspector. Fine card. Impeccable timing. I've learned to like this thing a lot because in my experience this is a super aggressive format. You have to have early some sort of early defense against some decks, and impeccable timing does that just quite fine. I'm gonna take a Foundry Inspector. I think there's a tidy conclusion too, though I have passed a lot of black cards already. Tidy conclusion is so good. Better than the Pyrohelix, I guess. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna take a tidy conclusion. Just keeping my options open here. Alright, Pillar Bug, but there's also a Sky Skiff, and that's what I'm gonna take. Pillar Bug is a fine card, but Sky Skiff is pretty free since it doesn't commit us to any color. There's also we were giant, but I think I would take a pillar bug over the giant. I like the pillar bug better, and plus I like tidy conclusion better than pyrohelix. Okay, here we have a Harrier, which we could take, may end up white green, or we could take a Whirler Maker. Uh, Whirler Maker is pretty good in the right circumstances. I think I'm gonna take it. I mean, this card is fine, but I'm already, I already have cards from three different colors here, so I feel like I wanna get a Whirler Maker. Alright, Inventor's Fair. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it, but I'm gonna take it here from this pack. There's nothing here that I really wanna play. Alright. Puzzle Knot or Squad. I'm gonna take a Squad. Squad is pretty great. I do like Puzzle Knot as well. But, I think I like Squad just a little bit better. Could take a Surveillance, but I think I'm gonna take a Herald of the Fair. Or I could take a Mind Rot for the sideboard, but, Alright, taking a Takedown. Fine sideboard option. Fortuna's Fine is fine. Alright, well, we could even play this thing if that comes to that, since we're probably going to be black-green at this point. Although, like, we didn't get a lot of green, right? It was definitely being cut. Ooh, look at this. Confiscation Coup. Now that's a great blue card. There's a Welding Sparks too. Jeez. Look at the spec. Maybe I should take the Welding Sparks, and maybe I'm red. Could I, maybe I could splash for it with the Prism and stuff. I think I'm gonna take it. The reason why I'm taking it over a Confiscation Coup is, one, I like red more than blue in this format overall. And two, you know what? I think I may just take a Pima Outrider. Like, I do like Welding Sparks, but I do like black more than red in this format. And I would rather be a black-green than red-green. So I think I'm gonna take an Outrider here. It's not the best card in the pack, it's the third best, in my opinion. I think it's a bit better than Fierce Reprisal. Both Welding Sparks and Confiscation Coup are, just first pick material cards, but at this point here, I think I'm gonna take an Outrider. Alright, and we got we got a pretty blank pack for us here right now. There's a Midnight Oil. Midnight Oil. How good is that? I am not sure. I mean, I think it's better in aggressive decks, in decks that don't have a lot of reactive cards. I could take it. Could take a Midnight Oil, or I could take a Wild Wanderer, or even an Inventor's Goggles. All of those should be fine additions here to my deck. Well, this is a hard pick. I think I want to take a Wild Wanderer. My reasoning is I'm not sure whether I'm going to splash some color here, so it's better to just play it safe here, I think. Alright, well, here we got two excellent black uncommons, and those are Underhanded Designs and Aetherborn Marauder. I think, the Marauder, it works great with Green's +1/+1 counter thing, but I think I'm gonna take the Designs. Design is pretty great removal spell. I do have a lot of artifacts so far, including a couple of, three guys that make artifacts. So yeah, I feel confident about that. Alright, here I think I'm gonna take a Thriving Rat, so maybe High Spire Artisan number 2. Let's take out the Spire Helix for now. Thriving Rats is fine, I think, but I think I like the Artisan better. Okay, another Pyrohelix, another Wanderer, but here I'm gonna take an Iron League Steed. Again, it's a night effect, helps us if we ever get, +1/+1 counters, meta cards. I think that's gonna be it. Let's take the Steed here. Alright, Hunt the Week is a fine one to get right now. Removal spell plays into the +1/+1 counter theme. Depending on what happens here, we could even bring in the conditions. I mean, we do have a lot of ways to make counters, right? Should be interesting. So yeah, let's take a Hunt the Week here. I guess the appetite for the unnatural should be the obvious pick. There's a Rush of Vitality, which is a pretty good card, but a bit more reactive than I like. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be proactive. I mean, be proactive and take the artifact slash enchantment removal card. Here I can take an Arnhem Cobra. I do like the goggles, but the thing about the Cobra is it's a card that one, it's a night effect. Two, it's a card that comes down pretty early and can block pretty much everything. You know, for the entire game. It blocks well cards like Thriving Grubs, and it can block huge threats later on. So it's a card that I like. All right, there's a Whirler Maker number 2, but I'm not gonna take it. Instead, I'm gonna get a flyer here, and I think yeah. Well, all right, well now I can go ahead and take the goggles. Don't like Demolition Stomper. I guess with cards like the Screecher in my deck, I cannot really main deck this thing, but maybe I get to bring it in against some decks. Who knows? Guess we shall see. Let's take a goggles. All right, I'm happy that this artist made it back. It's a card that I like. I like him better than Live Fast. All right, let's take the rare then. All right, Live Fast. Live Fast. It's a card that I am willing to play depending on what else I get that plays off energy. I guess we shall see soon enough here. Alright, this is our third pack, and here I think we got a pretty bomby rare here in the form of Cultivator's Caravan. I mean, it's not quite a bomb, but it's a pretty good rare, I would say. This is Thopter, which would be my second choice here, but Caravan. The fact that the Caravan ramps us into 5 mana to play Tidy Conclusion is pretty good, or just allows us to on turn 4 play like 2 cards, one 2 mana card and one 3 mana card. So yeah, I think this is the best option here. The only other option I would consider is the Snare Thopter, but that's about it. And I like the caravan better. Ooh, Cultivator of Blades. All right, sign me up. Wow, and this is a a ridiculous spec. There's a Cultivator, there's a Harness Lightning, Welding Sparks, Servant of the Conduit, and a couple good green commons in the form of Kujar Seed Sculptor and Arnhem Cobra. There's even a Young, which is a card that I don't like a lot. But yeah, here, well, I'm gonna take the bomb that can help me just win the game, and that is Cultivator of Blades. Wow, another Welding Sparks, huh? So do I splash for that? I don't think I need to do that. There's a Sky Skiff too, but I don't need creatures at this point. I do have, 2 vehicles, but I don't have a lot of creatures. I have only 10 creatures so far, so I think I'm gonna take the Narnam Cobra. Although I think the Sky Skiff is generally a better card. The Cobra here, and obviously Welding Sparks, but the Cobra here is just what I need right now, I think. So let's go ahead and take it. All right, all right. Week is fine, but so is the Enthusiast. Wow. Not sure what I should do here. I do want a second Week, I think. Don't I? think I'm not gonna play Live Fast, by the way. I don't think I have enough creatures to justify taking the Honda Week over the Enthusiast here. But maybe I do. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and just take the Enthusiast. I mean, it's way too good with stuff like the Cultivator of Blades to pass, right? So, not sure if that was correct, but you know, it's a great card. It's a card that I like. Ornamental Courage is fine, but here I'm gonna take a second Malphite Squad. More creatures, it's always nice. Alright, Kujar Seed Sculptor is exactly what I want here. Make obsolete, Appetite for the Natural number 2, Ambitious Etherborn, and another Goggles. But yeah, Seed Sculptor is a great early play for these green decks. Timepiece, Scavenger, Stomper, Larger Than Life. I think I'm gonna take a Larger Than Life. I mean, it does work with Cultivator of Blades, but you know, not gonna play it in my main deck. Hmm. Lookout is a card that has impressed me, but I don't think this deck is the place the place for it. When I say it has impressed me, is because I always just assumed it was garbage, and then I lost a few games to it on black red hyper aggressive decks. I think I'm gonna take an Appetite number 2 and just leave it on the sideboard. Another Lookout, a Peafowl. Yeah, taking the Lookout. Here I'm taking the Cobra. Morbid Curiosity, there's this thing. The Convertible cost. Man, if this card was an instant, it would be so good. I mean, not so good, but it would be at least playable. As is, it is just horrible. Alright, so this is probably nice sideboard card here. This is probably what we have to work with, so let's see what we do here. So this is our preliminary deck. We have to take out one card here still. I think I could take out one of the High Spire Artisans. However, I am at 13 creatures. I don't want to go any lower than that. So maybe I just take out the Inventor's Goggles. Perhaps. Do I want to take out a Prophetic Prism? I don't think so. The reason being, it works with cards like Underhanded Designs. Although, if we are not splashing for anything, I think it's just fine without the prism, right? Yeah, like we have 13 creatures which can go up to 16 since we do have Skyskiff, we have a Cultivator's Caravan, and we have a Renegade Freighter. So I took out one of the Cobras. I had 3 of them, but it's nice to know that the Cobra works pretty well with Nature's Way. But yeah, I think this is gonna be it. Let's sort by color here and see. I think I'm fine with this. Playing a bit more green sources. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then there are the 2 Cobras, right? So it's probably a 9, a 10, 7. Should see. It's telling me to go 9, 8. Do I want to go 9, 8? I think this is fine. Since I do have one very important double black card. And I do have a Cultivator's Caravan to help me fix my mana, so yeah, 9-8 should be fine. Alright, so this is it. Let's hope we do well. See you round 1.